All right, up next. Oh gosh, I grabbed two. Oh goodness, who should be next? Up next. So we have one of the things that I didn't mention at first, which I will do now, is on these excellent little cards that we have for those of you who are listening who haven't seen them for the performer sign up. There's this space that says anything else you'd like us to know. And this next performer wrote, I've been writing stories and poetry since before I could properly hold a crayon. For some spoken word, please put your hands together for Brianna Handy. Brianna, come on
All right, it's been a while, so please be patient with me. This is called the 7 F words. We all know the term fight or flight. Some of us may even be acquainted with the additional terms, fawn and freeze. But there are more F words that denote the possible responses to fear. And don't worry, all of them are kosher. At least the ones I'll be speaking here today. Herein lies my experiences with fear. I'm tired of spending my life being consumed by my own shadow. Fight. I ignite the wooden ruins around me, the dilapidated remains of skeletons of mansions I never succeeded in completing crackle and then explode into a roaring blaze. The foundations of broken dreams and long-forgotten ambitions crumble into dust. The resulting clouds of decades-old grime fuse with the heavy blackened smoke from the whips of flames. The result is a putrid blend of past regrets mixed with present struggle. And as the debris from my fallen mansion leaps from the sky and hits the earth below, the ground splits open to reveal more darkness, more flames, more hopelessness. My shadow grows. Flight. I try to escape the confines of the beast's cascade of suffocation and darkness. I sprint towards the light, towards freedom, and the journey feels endless and the exit seems to stretch further and further away like an eerie hallway of an abandoned hotel. I near the edge and reach out my arm as a single fingertip feels the glorious heat of the sun rays for the first time, but then I am jerked back. The darkness descends and crescendos around me. I am but a puny dinghy with a shattered mast and a tattered sail, accepting the fact that I will never see the light of day again as I brace for the furious wings of the ocean to wrench me into abyssal, a void of obscurity. The darkness, it swallows me whole and pushes me further towards its core. My shadow grows still. Fawn. I give up. I give in. I give myself over to the whims of the demon, to my demon. At first, it is with minimal effort, minimal loss. I feel the sting of its incursion with little more than a flinch. It is akin to getting stung by a bee or bitten by a flea, and for a while, we live in harmony. I am under the impression that we both help foster a mutually beneficial relationship between us, a perfect symbiosis filled with synergy and serenity, a truce wherein we both agree to coexist and live in harmony, with only minor inflictions thrust upon me ever so often. But then, once it has me in its clutches, the spidery limbs of the brute constrict around me and squeeze until my blood oozes out from every little puncture wound it created across my skin over the extended period of time during which our treaty was in effect, until the silky white fabric of my flag of surrender is stained crimson and leaks until the droplets pile atop our olive branch and it snaps in two. What I thought was a mere and harmless little compromise of complacent parasitism turned out to be the hidden promise of deceit and predation. My shadow grows more. Freeze. I stop thrashing among the tumultuous, violent waves that blanket the surface. I have been resisting the syrupy blackness's attempts to crash over me and keep me under. I have been putting every ounce of my energy into staying afloat. Treading became flailing. Flailing became an all-out war against the darkness that repeatedly threatens to pull me into nothingness. I'm tired. I stop the struggling and accept my fate, sinking down into the never-ending abyss of darkness below me. Time for rest. My shadow breathes. Feel. Time seems to freeze as I open my eyes only to see more blackness. I'm floating on nothingness, doomed to drift through the void for an eternity, but somehow it isn't all bad. There is something comforting about knowing there is nothing more to do or say, think or feel. I can simply exist. My heart may be pounding and the blood may be rushing through my ears, but my mind feels detached from my phobic body. I am at peace for the first time in what feels like forever, and more than anything, I am safe. I am safe. My shadow. Finish. Suddenly the lights come on. I don't know where the lights are or what they're made of. I look around trying to find the source. Then I realize it's me. I am the light. Now that my void has been enlightened, I can spot the shadowy beast that has been tormenting me for the past decade or so. It cowers in the corner of time and space, hissing and clawing frantically in my general direction. It doesn't scare me. I know that, much like a pit bull in a dogfighting ring, it is not aggressive in nature, but merely afraid of the person that has kept it locked away in a cage, shackled by its shame and rage. It is afraid of me. I reach out my hand towards the beast. My shadow sniffs my fingers. Friend, the beast has been tamed. Our relationship is a little uneasy, but we make it work. Much like a feral kitten being adopted into a loving home, my shadow is now content. No longer does it terrorize me through sleepless nights, dreary days, and horrid dreams. Also, it is actually a she, the little girl I left behind when I grew up too fast for my own good. Little Brianna, soft and scared and angry and hurt. She is me. We are us. I am complete. And now, I don't fear the dark so much anymore. Thank you.